Ever felt like you and your partner are speaking completely different languages when it comes to showing love? Maybe you're all about giving thoughtful gifts while they think a quick "love you" text does the job. Trust me, you're not alone in feeling this way. Today, we're diving into something really important that not many people talk about: how to tell if your partner's love is genuine or if they're just going through the motions. Because let's be real, there's a huge difference between someone who truly cares about you and someone who's just, well, pretending. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to The Live Connection, your go-to place for real talk about relationships and personal growth. If you're new here, you're joining an amazing community of people who are all about building better, healthier relationships. Before we jump in, take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and join our family. Type "I subscribed" in the comments below. I read every comment and personally welcome all our new members. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up on this channel. Now, let's get into these eye-opening signs that might change how you see your relationship. And hey, some of these might surprise you. Warning sign number 1. Your partner always seems to be mysteriously busy when it comes to spending time with you. We've all heard the excuses: "I have to work late, something came up," or the classic "I'm just really swamped right now." But here's the truth: people make time for what matters to them. When someone is genuinely in love, they look forward to seeing you, even if it's just for a quick coffee or a simple movie night at home. If you're dealing with this, here's what you can do. Stop being the only one making an effort. Set clear boundaries and start investing time in yourself instead. Go out with friends, pursue your hobbies, build new connections. Remember this: someone who truly loves you won't make you feel like you're an inconvenience in their schedule. You deserve a partner who gets excited about spending time with you, not someone who treats you like a backup plan. The second red flag to watch for is when your partner seems only interested in the physical side of your relationship. Sure, physical intimacy is important, but it's just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Think about it. True love goes way beyond the physical. It's about those late-night conversations where you share your dreams, those moments when they remember your coffee order, or how they check on you when you're having a rough day. Real connection happens on emotional, mental, and spiritual levels too. If your partner only shows interest when it comes to physical intimacy, but seems disconnected or uninterested in knowing your thoughts, feelings, or daily life, that's a serious warning sign. They might brush off meaningful conversations or avoid deeper emotional connections. Remember, a healthy relationship needs balance. While physical attraction is natural, it shouldn't be the only thing holding your relationship together. You deserve someone who wants to connect with all aspects of who you are. Our third warning sign is about compliments, or rather, the lack of them. When someone values you, they naturally want to express their appreciation. This could be as simple as noticing your new haircut or acknowledging when you've done something well. But here's where it gets tricky. We need to be a bit nuanced about this one. Some people simply aren't natural compliment givers. Maybe they grew up in families where verbal praise wasn't common, or they show their love in different ways through actions, gifts, or quality time. However, there's another side to this coin. Sometimes, people strategically use compliments as manipulation tools. Those over-the-top praises early in the relationship that suddenly disappear once they feel they've got you. The key is to look at the whole picture. Does your partner show appreciation in other ways? Are they supportive even if they're not verbally expressive? That's what really matters in the end. Number 4 is a subtle but dangerous sign. When your partner makes you completely dependent on them. This isn't about supporting each other through tough times, it's about control. Watch out if they're constantly making you feel like you can't manage without them. Maybe they criticize your decisions, take control of finances, or isolate you from friends and family. In a healthy relationship, support goes both ways. You should feel empowered, not powerless. Each person should maintain their independence while growing together. If you're feeling trapped, start setting boundaries. Reconnect with friends, pursue your interests, and remember, you're capable of standing on your own 2 feet. Sign number 5 is all about one-way communication. You know that feeling when your partner only reaches out when they need something? Maybe it's a favor, money, or emotional support, but otherwise, crickets. In a loving relationship, communication flows naturally and regularly. Think about it. When you care about someone, don't you want to share your day with them? A funny meme that made you laugh? Or just check in to see how they're doing? But if you're always the one initiating contact, sending that first text, or making those calls, while they only pop up when they need something, that's a major red flag. It's like you're running a convenience store in their life, only visited when needed. Pay attention to patterns. Are you constantly left on read until they need a favor? Do they disappear for days until something comes up? Remember, someone who truly values you won't treat communication like a transaction. Warning sign number 6 hits deep. Staying together just because you're afraid of being alone. This one's particularly tricky because it can feel like commitment, but it's actually fear in disguise. You might notice your partner saying things like, "I can't imagine starting over," or "dating is so hard these days," rather than expressing genuine love for you. They're not staying because they want to build a future together. They're staying because they're scared of the alternative. True love means actively choosing each other every day. It's about working through problems because you value the relationship, not because you're afraid of being single. When someone truly loves you, They'll fight for the relationship, not just coast along. Staying together out of fear isn't fair to either person. It robs both of you of the chance to find real, authentic love. Remember, being alone is better than being with someone who's only there because they're afraid to leave. Sign number 7 is when your partner turns into a professional blame shifter. You know what I mean? Somehow, everything that goes wrong is always your fault. Had a bad day at work? Somehow it's because you stressed them out. Bills piling up? They blame your spending, even though they're shopping up a storm. In a healthy relationship, both partners understand that it takes two to tango. Problems are faced together, and solutions are found as a team. There's no "you messed up." Instead, it's "how can we fix this together?" When someone constantly points fingers at you, they're showing they're not mature enough to handle adult relationships. They're choosing the easy route, blaming you, instead of doing the hard work of self-reflection and problem solving. Watch out for this pattern. If you can't remember the last time your partner said "I'm sorry" or took responsibility for their actions, that's a serious red flag. Warning sign number 8 cuts deep. When your partner has zero respect for relationship boundaries. This isn't just about the obvious stuff like flirting with others, though that's definitely a red flag. It shows up in subtle ways too. Maybe they share your personal information with others without asking, or they make important decisions without consulting you. Perhaps they're constantly posting about your relationship on social media when you've asked for privacy, or they're still way too close with their ex, despite your discomfort. Here's the thing, boundaries aren't suggestions. They're necessary for healthy relationships. When someone truly respects you, they'll honor your boundaries even if they don't fully understand them. But if your partner consistently puts their wants first, dismisses your concerns, or makes you feel unreasonable for having boundaries at all, that's not love, that's disrespect. And respect isn't just nice to have in a relationship, it's absolutely essential. Sign number 9 is about effort, or rather, the complete lack of it. We're talking about a partner who's basically become a relationship couch potato, putting in zero effort to make things better or keep the spark alive. Think about it, they never plan dates anymore, they've stopped asking about your day, and forget about those little thoughtful gestures that used to make you smile. When you bring up problems, they respond with a shrug or a whatever you want but never actually do anything about it. Here's the truth. Love isn't just a feeling, it's an action. It requires consistent effort, like tending to a garden. Without regular care and attention, even the strongest relationships will wither. If your partner has checked out and stopped trying, while you're the only one working to keep things alive, it's time to ask yourself, are you in a relationship or are you just sharing space? Our final warning sign, number 10, might be the most painful one, emotional indifference. It's when your partner has basically become an emotional stranger in your life. You got that promotion you've been working towards? They barely look up from their phone. You're feeling down or crying? They might be in the same room, but they're mentally checked out, offering nothing more than a casual "that's tough," or "you'll be fine." In a loving relationship, your partner should be your emotional anchor, celebrating your wins like they're their own and being your shoulder to cry on during tough times. They should care about how you're feeling and want to be there for both the highs and lows. When someone loves you, they're emotionally invested in your well-being. But if your partner shows complete indifference to your emotional state, treating your feelings like background noise, that's not just a red flag, that's a clear signal they've emotionally checked out of the relationship. Before we wrap up, let's be clear about something important. Everyone expresses love differently, and that's perfectly okay. What matters isn't the specific way they show love, but whether they show it at all. If you've noticed just one of these signs, it doesn't necessarily mean your relationship is doomed. However, if you're seeing multiple red flags we've discussed today, the emotional distance, the lack of effort, the constant excuses, it's time to take a serious look at your relationship. Don't wait until you're completely drained to acknowledge these warning signs. The sooner you recognize these patterns, the better equipped you'll be to make decisions about your future. Whether that means having an honest conversation with your partner, seeking counseling, or choosing to walk away, you deserve to make that choice from a place of clarity, not desperation. Remember, acknowledging these signs isn't about giving up, it's about standing up for the love you deserve.